production, we're about to go live. Let's have a discussion. Mike's in the house, no need for introduction. Battlefield podcast and on target discussion. From gear to gadgets, military tactics, gun reviews and discussions too. Welcome to the podcast, we're starting soon. Welcome to the show, it's great to see you. Welcome to the live stream, thanks for the views. Welcome to the discussion, we wanna hear from you. Watching Battlefield production, we're gonna go live. Join the discussion. Mike is your host, he needs no introduction. Battlefield podcast, on target discussion. From religion, life, and politics too. Let's share a conversation. Let's hear from you. Welcome to the podcast, we're starting soon. Welcome to the show, it's great to see you. Welcome to the live stream, thanks for the views. Welcome to the discussion, we wanna hear from you. Share a conversation. Let's hear from you. Battlefield the podcast. Battlefield production presents the Battle Podcast. Battlefield the podcast. Battlefield production presents. Welcome to the podcast. We're starting soon. Welcome to the show. It's great to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for the views. Welcome to the discussion. We want to hear from you.
Hey guys, welcome to Battlefield podcast on target discussion. And as you guys can see, it says dramatic Battlefield. And I don't normally do this, but this has to be put out there. There's somebody that I need to call out, and I got to get this off of my chest. And when I do this, I don't want anybody to go and start any drama with this individual. Nothing like that. But something's going on with Zach, and he really needs prayers because I don't know what's going on in his head. And I don't want to do this, but I have to do this because Zach has said to all of us that he wants us to treat him like anybody else. And if this wasn't on your bingo card, I guarantee you it never would have been on your bingo card. But today it is on your bingo card, hopefully. After 4.5 years, almost 5 years, Zach and I are no longer friends. And I ended it because of the way that Zach has been treating me. And it hurts me deeply. Okay. And the way that he's hurting me is he's not treating me like a brother. He's treating me like I'm an enemy of his. And it purely sucks. Okay. And I wasn't going to do this until I messaged Zach today and said, hey, bro, there's something going on with you. I know there's something going on with you. And the messages I got back were pretty bad. To the point where he said, if I did something like this, he's pretty much blackmailing me because he knows about a deep, dark secret that some people have kind of known about, but I haven't really gone into detail. So I told Zach, I really don't care because I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know. Back when I was 14 years old, as a minor, 27 years ago, I did something inappropriate. Okay. To another minor. And I had to pay the repercussions. Yes, I was not reported to the police, but my family did the dealing of their own. I got my own punishment from my family to the point where when I was in middle school, I couldn't even change in the PE locker room because my dad took a belt to my back and I looked like I was whipped. I was kicked out of my house and I had to live with my grandma for months. So, Zach, if you think you're going to go ahead and bring out that dark secret because you want to blackmail me, that's fine. It's already out there. And I have, oh, I brought you into some drama. Well, hold on just a moment. Let me bring you into some more drama there. My bad, Buff. But this happened, this all started. And Zach, you're more than welcome because I know you're probably watching. You're more than welcome to come up and try to explain yourself. But this all happened back August 14th, is when it all started. I did a live stream with Zach where he interviewed me. And in this interview, he was asking me questions about him, trying to make himself look good. And after the live stream, I was kind of confused because I thought I could get in the backstage because Chrissy from Brain Bender's Banter gave me a seat on hers, and Zach had a seat on hers as well. And Zach started some crap where he said that Chrissy had kicked me out so that she could get her love interest, Grumble. Oh,
Hey,
and there's
TV's working.
there's there we go. Hey there, Buff. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring you into some drama and shit.
What the fuck, Ciego? Dude. So is
So,
you white people. So
yeah,
is you white people. You set me up
always
for
the
some
white
shit.
people.
I'm fucking share streaming this shit. The fuck? I can't stop now. Dude.
You can't stop now. So now all your people are gonna know. So let me break it down to you, Buff. Okay, and everybody that's in the chat. So it's happened August 14th. Did a live stream with Zach. And I made a comment that, hey, why couldn't I get into Chrissy's? And he made it a point to let me know that Chrissy kicked me, and I was like, oh, no big deal, whatever, right? And so I messaged Chrissy the next morning, and she called me, and me and her talked. No big deal. It was no big deal to me whatsoever. Like, I was like, oh, whatever. So I was like, I'm going to make my own StreamYard anyways. Me and Chrissy talked, we worked it out. And then something happened over the weekend where Zach apparently said he was sick. Okay. I don't know. And then he didn't show up to Chrissy's, so she kind of got upset about it, which is understandable. But then on Sunday, he ended up on Caldi's and he looked fine. And then she sent him a text message. And that's what upset me. That's what upset me, the text message. And it was a misunderstanding, obviously. You know, Zach messaged me, messaged a few other people, I'm pretty sure. And he was upset about it, understandably. I was upset about it. And then he kept on harping about the whole StreamYard thing with me because I told him that, hey, I talked to her. We figured it was just StreamYard got rid of me because I was inactive on her thing. And he was like, nope, admins can't remove themselves. I don't think you can, StreamYard removes yourself or whatever. So I, had a correspondent with Chrissy and said, Chrissy, I think you're lying, and she doesn't remember ever doing it, which I'm brutally honest with people. I said, maybe, Chrissy, I noticed that you drink a lot. So, and then she was like, hey, maybe that's what it was. Maybe I drank too much. I accidentally, and she was like, that honestly scares me, Mayhem. And I was like, fair enough. I get that. Okay. It's no big deal. We thought it was done and over with. And then Zach, um, like a week after that, starts messaging me and making it seem like it was my fault. I didn't really care. So then I had a backstage with him and Chrissy and you. And then we I thought we worked it out, Buff. I thought we worked it out. Didn't we work it out?
We did.
Didn't we?
We did have it seemed productive conversation about the whole ordeal, and it seemed like things were taken care of. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. And he
So
apologized
you're telling me
because
it's gotten worse since that?
yeah, it's gotten worse. Like, it was exposed because he told you some things that he never had the balls to tell me. I've been friends with him for a while, and this is what he told Buff guys. Hey, good evening, Moose Man. What's up? What's up? I almost said Moseman. Um, but he told Buff that he trusts Buff more than he trusts me. He told Buff that I was trying to take over his stream. I was trying to take over his channel, and Buff, being a good friend, let me know. And this was all
No,
before. This
no,
was
no. This is trying to take over. Not that you were trying to take over his stream, but more or less use his platform to promote yours
oh,
and make yourself a bigger presence. If some weird shit he said,
some
I
weird
kind of
shit.
wrote it off. I was just like,
Yeah,
why would you
told
think
told
that? Not,
yeah told Buff um that I think he also said something about and you told me that it didn't make sense that I was trying to gain stuff by getting him sponsors, and you were like, Zach, that doesn't make any sense. How does that help him if he's getting you sponsors? You know, I was like, oh, well, that's weird.
well, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, he's got his audience. You have yours.
Yeah, I have my
There's some
audience. He has his
intersection.
audience. You know,
There's some intersection, but I don't know why
I'm gonna get to it,
anyone would think that.
Snooks. I'm gonna get to it, Snooks. Hold on. It would have stayed personal. It would have stayed personal. I would have never mentioned anything about it. So he also said something about me coming out there didn't mean to for his birthday, right? Something about like I didn't have good intentions, even though I paid for everything. Never asked for a dime from him. I paid for everything. I took him out, took him shooting, do all that good stuff, right? And so all that came, and I was like, all right, hold the phone. We need to be fucking adults. Let's have a little powwow, sit down, and talk it out. So me, Chrissy, Buff, and Zach had a little powwow behind the scenes. We thought we worked it out, right? Buff thought we worked it out. Chrissy thought everything was going to be good. And well, then, if you have an apology for saying things about somebody, but then you purposely do not answer any of their texts because there was a live stream that I had scheduled where I was going to interview Zach, and I was messaging him, and he never answered me, and it was starting to piss me off. What's up? What's up, Rabbit? Right? And so I was like, okay, I'll give him a little bit of time. So then I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and message him today and let him know that this was going to be my last text message. I know that there's something going on. And it reminded me of Zach being impressioned by somebody else. Like, this isn't the Zach I know. This is a Zach being led on by somebody else. Somebody is whispering in his ear and saying, you need to get rid of Mike. You need to get rid of Mayhem. Some way, somehow. You need to do that. Okay. So I texted him and I said, if you don't straighten up, Zach, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let everybody know about what you're doing and how you're treating me, a friend of 4.5 years.
That's a pretty strong accusation. To think that somebody's whispering in his ear.
It is, but it's happened before. It has happened before. And there are people probably in the chat. I don't know. No, I don't. There's somebody I know that is watching right now that could tell you that there was somebody else that was feeding him thoughts and ruined the relationship with them. Oh, we're talking about Zach
So
tonight.
So he has mentioned before that he has been taken advantage of before.
Mm-hmm.
He took how do you say mistook their generosity or mistook their deception for generosity and got tricked by people before. You think that's happening again?
I think it is, because for him to come after somebody that has been there through everything, and like everybody told me I need to be sensitive to his feelings, when at the same time none of these people gave a shit about my feelings. Nobody except Chaos. Chaos was the only one. She saw me puffing like a smoke train because I was getting so furious with the accusations that Zach was making against me, his brother that has been there through ghetto. And I have no problem calling people out. Through Cola leading him on, through Kay leading him on, through Prepper Stedding, through Christy, not our Christy that we know from BBB, but a different Christy. Through everybody. I've been with him since he's lost Duke, lost Ron, been there when he broke down and cried. And for him to say the shit he said about me, enough is enough. And when he did that, I took a step back and I started reevaluating every single person that he has just ended it with. He's ended it with DJ, Infantry Outdoors. He's ended it with Heather, who is disabled. Maybe looked up to him. Maybe saw him as this shining light of, I can succeed. I don't know. Maybe she actually loved him. I don't know. But I stepped back and I was like, maybe perhaps they weren't the problem. Maybe perhaps Zach used them for whatever gain he wanted. And I'm not saying that they all didn't use him. Maybe they did. But I have never used him for anything. And he made accusations that I only contact him whenever I need something done. Bro, I don't need you to do anything for me. All this that you guys see behind me, you see the Battlefield podcast live, the layover, all that, I do that myself. Why do I need to reach out to you? Oh, I reached out to him one time asking him, hey, what's that video that you have before the live stream? That's pretty cool. What is that? How do I get that set up? And he told me how to do it. That was the one and only time I ever asked him for anything. And it's called a trailer and it's easy to set up. But every other time he needed something from me and I did it for him, no questions asked. And all he had to do was just ask. I never thought what was in it for me.
What would you possibly use him for? Because like you got your own you got your own shit, your own channel, your own
yeah
following. What?
Yeah,
What would you gain from using him? What are you? What would you be using him for? That's where I'm
I,
lost.
I didn't use him for anything. I stuck up for him. And then here's the thing that I discovered. Okay, and it kind of set me off. I took a step back, reevaluated everybody, and I reached out to a couple of the people that he just ended friendships with. And I found out that the story he was telling me was not the full story. With infantry outdoors, and infantry, please don't kill me for this, dude. I'm just getting it out there. Zach was having a problem with infantry. And I told him, Zach, all you got to do is have a conversation with them. And the thing that he was having a problem with was that they were doing a stream together and he was like a co-host. Infantry Outdoors was like a co-host. And infantry helped Zach get nutrient survival. And they both got nutrient survival. And DJ was like, hey, you know, like, is it okay if I share mine on here? And Zach's like, no, this is my stream, do it on your own. And he was like, well, I'm technically your co-host, And Zach came to me and I said, Zach, why don't you have a conversation with them and work it out? Maybe this week you do your link for nutrient survival. Next week you do his link for nutrient survival, just so that he gets some traction too. And then I said, well, if you don't want to do that, maybe you could do one week you do it on your channel. Next week you do it on his channel. That way, when he shares his link, it's on his channel. Do something like that. And I thought Zach talked to him, but he didn't. He talked to him, but he said, I'm done with you, and gave DJ no explanation. And so when it happened to me,
So
go ahead.
hold on, hold on, hold on. The whole usage thing. Do you really think that? Good God, hold on. I can ask you this real quick. Do you think that he was thinking that you were using him when you drove? What for his? What was that for his birthday? When you went out there?
Yeah, for his birthday.
You're
What's up? What you
you're in
want?
Arkansas. He's in Colorado. That's
Yeah, that's a 16-hour
what is it,
drive
like
out of
16?
my way.
Yeah. I was like 15, 16 hours. I could have did anything with that time off, but you chose to use it to go
Mhm,
hang out with him. You think
mhm.
that he thinks that what you did that just to use him?
Yeah,
Good
just
bitch.
just
I
just
could do that online. I don't have to drive out there. Oh no.
yeah.
Do you think that? Oh God, don't say that.
I
Do
drove
you think he
16 out
thinks
of like, okay,
the
what
physical
I
presence
think,
of you being there is
yeah,
more of your personification of saying, "Oh, how strongly I want to use you for what?"
I guess
Have-
the only thing
Y'all
I
got
could
about the
think of.
same amount of YouTube followers, right? I mean,
No,
shit.
I actually have more than him.
Oh, you
I
have
have
more
two
than him. So what the
I
fuck
have
are you using him for?
yeah, I have
Th-
2,150 subscribers that I got in 4 or 5 months on my own because I was consistent. And yeah, I started losing subscribers because I did like 2 or 3 months where I was in the middle of a move and whatnot. And and I was in the middle of a move when I
This
stopped
doesn't.
and dropped everything to go to his birthday.
This doesn't seem like well actions of him, but I met him through you.
Ah,
I've known you longer. I met him through you. But if you see this, then I can't argue with. I mean, you're my
I've s-
trucker
I've
brother, man.
I've seen this happen before to other people, and I have had Zach's back when look, when it put DJ was a friend of mine too, and it had DJ hating me because I took Zach's side. And I had a good conversation with DJ a couple days ago, last week, and he was like, Zach uses his disability, and I got on to DJ. I was like, no, the fuck he doesn't. How dare you say that? You know, and I even said to him, I said, DJ, you use your disability. And when we finally talked, I said, well, DJ, the way I looked at it was the AR-15 that you got from Bear Arsenal or whatever it was. He got an AR-15 for free, right? And his pitch to them was, imagine a blind guy is using your
Hmm?
equipment. And from that, uh, I took it as, hey, he's using his disability to kind of upsell that. And when he explained it to me, he said, no, that's more of a pitch because that's me saying if a blind guy can use your equipment, anybody that has the ability to use your equipment is going to find it phenomenal. And I was like, okay, that's a good sales pitch. That's not really using your disability. That's just saying, hey, I do have a disability, and imagine people watching me, a blind guy, shooting your stuff and going, if he could do it, I could do it, you know? And for a while, I used to think that Zach didn't use his disability, but I have been noticing that he does. He does use his disability.
Snooks makes a good point right there. She saw the video of you and him for his birthday. You did a good. It looked like they was having a great time, didn't it?
Yes.
But if
So
this is
it
how
makes me wonder, what the fuck? What am I doing that if it wasn't good intentions, what was it? But in his mind, he's saying it wasn't. This is and then here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing that I have discovered because Zach told me in the text thread today. That's why I brought it up about me doing something inappropriate at 14. He blackmailed me, basically saying, if you come forward, I know your dirty fucking secret. That's exactly the text message he sent me. And I said, go ahead. I don't care. I will let the world know my dirty little fucking secret because it happened 27 years ago when I was 14, a minor, and that's not who I am today. After that happened at 14 years old, I grew up, became 18, joined the military, served our country for 8 fucking years, got out, became a 911 dispatcher. Then after that, I became a drug rehab facility counselor, and then I got bored of that. Had some accusations there by a druggie that made me leave while they did an investigation, and they found me at no fault, but they put me on no paid leave during that time. And then I became a truck driver. And ever since then, I've been trying to put together a search and rescue. None of this was to, hey, look at me, I'm doing awesome shit over here. It was me doing shit for the community, for others, selfless service all the time. So I don't give a shit if he wants to say that's not who I am today. I'm 41 years old and I'm a father of 2, about to be a father of 3. Okay. I am with a woman now that has a son that absolutely loves me. He's not my child, but I treat him like he's my own.
okay, fair. Okay. Thought you impregnated another one. All right. That's a weird
Whoa,
flex.
whoa, whoa. What? About to have a 4th? Are you pregnant? Oh, you fucking fuck. Don't do that to me, Chaos. But okay, so I look at what I did, okay, and I don't air it out. People who know me know the things I did. Okay. I'm not like a look at me, pick me kind of motherfucker. All right. But I look back at what Zach has done. And when he does that and says stuff like that to me and says, and
Well,
tells me that because I'm acting like a little bitch. This all started because I'm acting like a little bitch. Because of StreamYard, I didn't give a shit that Chrissy, I don't care if Chrissy kicked me out. I don't.
hold
Me
on,
and her
hold on,
talk like adults.
hold on. You said he was trying to hold a dark secret above your head, and as you've done tonight, you said it.
Right.
I remember you saying it before
Right.
online, back when you were
Chrissy
Mayhem
knows
Studios.
about it. You
You've
know
said it
about it.
then. It's like,
Chaos knows about it.
what do you have? That's a
I think
weird
Snooks
flex
know
to try
about
to
it. Like,
hold over somebody's
yeah,
head.
it's a weird flight. Basically, it was him trying to blackmail me. If you come out and you expose the truth about me, I'm going to expose the truth about you, which I don't give a fuck. It happened 27 years ago, dude. That's a weird fucking flex. Weird fucking flex.
That's a weird fucking flex.
But I also discovered new things. Okay. Um, Steve, I know you're in here. I know. I think I think Steve said something. He's at work.
He's listening.
He's
Yeah,
listening.
he's
Yeah, I
listening.
remember. Steve, don't give Zach credit for that intro that you have. That was completely done 100% by me through ZW Designs. Zach got 75% of the
No,
profits, and I got 25% of whatever you paid him. But yet he didn't do fucking shit. And it upset me that day that you
well,
had him on. And I'm not upset at you, Steve, just to let you know. I'm not upset at you, Steve. I'm upset because Zach was on Steve's live stream and never made a fucking correction. He took the glory for all the work that I did for Steve's intro.
just plagiarism.
Yeah. The only thing he did, okay, I'll take it back. The
What
only
kind
thing
of
he
site
did,
was it?
he
Like, what kind of
provided
site
me,
that made the?
he
How much work
tried
did he
to
actually put
create.
into?
The only thing he put into it was he sent me the design of ZW Design for a watermark. That's all he did. The rest of it, the music I found, all the video I found, all the editing I did. I sent it to Zach to send it to Steve, and that's all fucking Zach did. That's all he did. And I warned Zach and others. I said, Battlefield production is not going to sit by idly anymore and be silent about shit. So if you do transgressions against me, I'm going to expose it. I don't care. I am brutally honest. I have been silent in the past when other people did stuff to friends of mine and it just went out of hand. And now, no more. Especially when when you trespass against me. I will pray for you, but you trespass against me and you thought you had a flex over me, and it's bullshit. She loves it when I get angry. She does, and I'm very protective of her and her son, and I'm very
What do
protective
you
of my
want?
children. Uh-oh.
What's
Thank you,
up?
Wicked.
I'm streaming right now.
You know shit. You think you get enough streams?
Go to my YouTube channel. You see, don't let me mute myself. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I
interrupting.
got you, dude. I got you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Here. Just Finish that. And, let me wave at me in the backstage when you're done, dude. No, there's whatever, Nicole. Whatever. I didn't start no blackmailing bullshit. You know my dark secret. Oh, yeah, that I did something inappropriate when I was a minor. I already put it out there. Thank you very much. He better straighten up. He's going to go. I know Zach. I know exactly what Zach does. I didn't start anything. I just told him, if you don't straighten up and stop with your bullshit, I will call you out, Zach. Exactly. I tried to handle everything behind the scenes, and Zach gave me a fake ass apology. That's exactly what he did. He said, with Chrissy and Buff there, he said, I am so sorry. But then he wanted to act like I was the bad guy. Yeah, I could call him out. Because you know why? Because Zach is a narcissist that is getting money by lying, theft by deception. How about that, Nicole? When you pay for a domain, it's an annual thing, but he wants monthly payments to keep a domain. And he's using free websites to create websites for other people. And he does a half-assed job. Oh, you saw every message. Okay. You want to come up? You want to come up? How about this, Nicole? How about it's not right for you to say, why don't you come live with me, Zach? When you know that boy is very, very well looking for love. Hey, sugar booger. Yeah, he had this coming for a while. When I've been nothing but a good friend to him for almost 5 years, and he wants to treat me like I'm the fucking problem. Nicole, you don't know him as well as I do. And he can come up here and he can explain himself. And he can tell everybody. Instead of sending Brady and Nicole to defend him. Well, I can tell you one thing, Brady. There's somebody behind it. Oh, Nicole never told him that? Well, that's what he told me. That's what he told me. Yeah. Quit being a little punk and come up here and explain yourself, Zach. His reaction had chaos wanting to message him and tell him off. That's how bad it was. And she wasn't around for the whole. Oh yeah, and for no reason he deleted chaos from Facebook. Oh, he's a grown ass man with his own mind that makes his own decisions. Well, then what happened with Ghetto? Ghetto was controlling him. Even when I tried to tell him that Ghetto was controlling him, he said, oh, yeah, you're right. But then he went to Ghetto's defense until Ghetto finally revealed himself. No, it's not childish, especially when you are doing theft by deception. It's not childish. Trying to threaten me with blackmail, saying I will expose your dark secret. I don't give a fuck. No, he did not ask for space. Why don't you come up? I've got the StreamYard link right there. Why doesn't he come up and explain it? He didn't ask for space. He did not. He gave me a half-ass fake apology and then just stopped talking to me when he knew that there was a live stream scheduled for me to interview him. And he wouldn't even talk to me. And then he was being short with me. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I have no idea anything about Ghetto. Do you want me to blame somebody else for his decision and I'm not the one? That's how he feels. He wanted to go his own way, to let him go his own way. I've seen all the messages. All the messages. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen all the messages. I've got all the messages right here. She has physically seen all the messages. She has been there when Zach was trying to say that his problem with Chrissy was me. I started it. When it had nothing to do with me. I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, he's lucky she didn't message him. And you know what else too? When I went for his birthday, she helped out. She sent money. Didn't ask anything in return. So don't sit there and act like Brady, you and Nicole have only known him for a little bit. I've known him for 4.5 years, almost 5. Don't sit there and act like you know. And Brady, you might want to tell Zach to kind of chill out because he's overly obsessed with you. Posting everything. Oh, he's back. Posting every little bit. Screensavers, all that about you and him. And you're married. You might want to tell him to chill out. I get you, Garrett, but this right here has pissed me off because I've been nothing but a fucking friend to him, almost a brother. And I'm not going to let somebody hide behind women and hide behind their disability and act like it's okay. I'm sorry, Buff. I had you muted. You can't unmute yourself.
Where are
Ooh,
we at here?
LOL. Wow.
I really had to take that phone call. What the hell are we at
No,
now?
you're
Holy
right.
shit. Yes.
No, Brady and Nicole are in here
Oh, hi, Brady.
running
Hi,
their
Nicole.
mouth. Who cares? I'm his best friend. My husband loves him. Okay. Well, that's great. But you know what? You go and see him when it's convenient. You never go out of your way to go see him like I did. I didn't. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I messaged Brady to let her know what was going on. I never, she even said, "Oh, I can't speak for him." And I said, "I'm not asking you to. I'm telling you what's going on." You guys are
Hi,
so
Brady.
full of fucking shit. And no, I didn't do anything with Chrissy. Me and Chrissy talked. I never tried to turn Chrissy against him. Yeah, and you know what? Oh, and that backstage that Buff and Chrissy
No,
and I
they're
had, Zach wanted to get out. He messaged Buff and said, "Could you please get Mayhem to not do that?" And he did that to Chrissy too.
look, Nicole, I love you to death. But It was the whole thing that happened with it was the stream. What was that? Yeah, it was a stream that BBB did for
Be a
dear God,
man and walk away. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
dear God, I drink too much. What's her name? Tracy.
Sure.
It was a stream she did for Tracy to fundraise for her,
Mhm.
and Chrissy was upset that Zach didn't show up. She did think that Zach didn't show up for one of the Saturday streams
What's up,
because she thought she was mad at him. All that shit. What the fuck? It was so stupid. And Chrissy
Yeah,
was
it was dumb.
mad that she thought that Zach didn't show up because he didn't support what she was doing for Tracy. And it was a big misunderstanding. And yeah, Chrissy called uh Zach a liar because it's like the next night we were on with I was on with Caldy and Zach showed up and he looked fine, but Zach was sick. He was sick. He was for 3 weeks. But it was a whole misunderstanding and there was the whole StreamYard thing. So yeah, got these three together. Mayhem, frickin' Chrissy, and Zach. We got together. I was mediator. We were trying to get this straightened out. Zach did try to keep backing out of it. He didn't want to be a part of it. I was like, dude, this conversation needs to
You
happen.
need to have this
We need to
conversation. Yeah.
just squash all this, put it behind us. Let's get back to being the community that we are. You know, we all fuck with each other. Let's fucking keep fucking with each other. And it's like since that meeting we had, Zach has gotten a little more distance.
To
He
everybody.
has. I've been talking to other people that interact with him, and they're kind of saying some of the same things. It's just like he seems different. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he has something going on, but he won't tell
No.
us. You don't have to tell me shit. You can
Yeah.
tell this man right here, the guy I met you through. You know, I figured these two were peas in a pod, but
Yeah.
I don't. I'm trying to figure all this shit out my damn self. I don't like it. I really don't. Zach has a great community. Met you, Nicole, and Brady through his community. A couple other people I met here. You guys are all cool people, but we're supposed to be brothers in this shit. This is a community fucking effort, man. But I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't.
So yeah, whenever you get the mayhem, send me a message. I have a handful of screenshots I like to send you of an incident that occurred whenever I caught wind all of this and already had high suspicions that things were going on anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I'm not blind, I'm not stupid. Buff may call me crazy, but the whole point is that I noticed before.
Oh, I didn't.
May.
Oh, Eric, I had you a mod on my other. Hold on.
Okay, Nicole. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's
I understand.
Really
I know he was sick.
Serious.
I know he was sick. But you know what? The problem is, it went from Chris. This is what I heard from Zach. Okay, before we all had this little conversation, it went from that Chrissy thought that Zach didn't support Tracy. Okay. But he was sick. I think you told her he was sick. I think Brady told her he was sick. But then I understand her logic was that the next day he was up on Caldy's, which is fine because everybody sometimes has a 24-hour bug. I get that, you know. and she was
I
upset
might
about
have
that.
missed. I might have missed this part of the chat, but Brady, yeah, his grandmother. I mean, God rest her soul. Yeah, she did pass. This is all way before that. This goes back what, 2 months?
Yeah.
2.5 maybe months. That's when all this was
August
happening.
14th is when it all came to light, when it all started. And
I
so it
don't
went from
like this.
it went from whatever to now it was my fault. I was being a little fucking bitch. Which even you know that Buff, that the StreamYard thing did not fucking bother me at all. But he kept trying to elude it. So instead of owning up to his own shit, he wants to put it on other people and he wanted to blame me. And that's what I have a fucking problem with. Then he wanted to
That's what I
say
don't get.
then he wanted to say that I was trying to do something with his channel or whatever. I don't know. I went out there for his birthday without good intentions. I get it. Zach has had bad people in his life. But when you purposely put bad shit on people that are good with no explanation, and then you want to always treat that person like the bad guy, no. And with
Yeah,
me reevaluating everybody, look, the way it is everybody should remember math, right? You look for the most common denominator. And right now it's Zach. And I'm sorry, but Zach has given everybody a bunch of lies and bullshit, to include me. And I understand, Nicole. I understand, Brady. I can't fault you guys for protecting Zach. But when he goes after somebody that's been in his life for a long time and protected him for a very long time, and he makes that person the problem, there's a fucking problem.
yeah, and this makes me remember. I don't remember the exact scenario that occurred, but this makes me think of the fact why there is no more wrenches allowed on my channel, because somewhere somebody screwed up and now nobody is allowed a wrench on my channel
And it's
at
not my
all.
fault.
Period.
Fuck you, Nicole. It's not my fault. I would have moved on, but when Zach said, I know your dark secret and I could tell everybody, then I was going to just let it go. I was going to just fucking let it go and be like, because I told him, this is my last text to you. I don't give a shit. But when he said that, no, I have a fucking problem. I am not at fault here. The person at fault is Zach, and he wants everybody to treat him like everybody else. Accountability, motherfucker. And
And just to repoint out the
when I told him that, and he said, I'm accountable for my actions, then I said, what actions did I do to you, Zach? And he said, because you're acting like a little fucking bitch. This all started because you're acting like a little fucking bitch. No, I didn't give a shit. But when my buddy doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't want to explain shit to me, I told him I'm the most brutal motherfucker. You can tell me anything. I will build a bridge. I will cry me a river, build a bridge, and get the fuck over it. But when you're starting to put me at fault for all your fucking problems, and you little bitches want to stick up for him and say it's my fault, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. You don't like my
and
brutal honesty? Get the fuck out of here.
this brings me back to the fact that a lot of us, and I know most of us around here, can think for ourselves. And those of us who actually think for ourselves may or may not have noticed this going on, because I sure noticed this going on. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to seem like the bad guy. And I have a mess load of screenshots and the live that it occurred on where I didn't want to say anything about anything, but I just basically bluntly put it out there that there's stuff going around, and I've also noticed it within my understanding as well. And I don't want to become an enemy of anybody, because me being your enemy is the worst thing you can ever have.
Okay, so Battlefield, with this, I know so the vibe I'm getting that
Yeah,
you
you know what
wanted
that
to
means,
fucking
Loco?
just
You know what
vent.
that means? After that, he said, okay, do what you have to, but I know your secret too. What do you fucking think that means? It's a fucking threat. Are you dense?
But will this be the end of it? I know you wanted to vent. That's what I'm picking up.
No,
You
this
wanted to
right
vent. You
here,
wanted to get this
this
out here. Yeah.
I got to get this off of my chest. After this, I don't give a fuck what Zach does. Oh, by the way, Zach, remove me from all the intros, buddy. All the intros. You shot yourself in the foot. You wanted everybody to think everything was fine. But as soon as I come into somebody else's chat, I know you, Zach. I know you. You're behind the scenes telling people bullshit and saying, oh, Mayhem's probably, you're probably saying that I'm following you, I'm stalking you, I'm harassing you. I haven't fucking talked to you in weeks. But when you stop talking to me, bro, that's on you. I gave you an opportunity to have a live stream on mine. You didn't even show up to my first live stream. That doesn't show that you care about me. Bro, you are a user and abuser. When you get what you want, you had your live stream where I was talking all good stuff about you in that interview, the reverse interview. And then as soon as that happened, guess what? You kicked me to the curb. You found a reason to kick me to the curb.
Did you call
Yeah.
Brady a bitch? Oh, look, look. Don't do that. Calm down.
No,
I
when they're
understand your
gonna
anger. I
they're gonna
understand your
come up,
anger.
they're gonna come and defend somebody like that, and instead of Zach coming
Well,
up here and doing it, I give.
they've
I
been
typed
going
what I
through.
typed, and I'm
I
not
started
blind.
this.
I typed
I
what I
started
typed, and
this.
I'm
You
not
know what?
blind.